Soludo have come to start profiling Igbo people. The profiling of Igbos as criminals must be condemned by everybody. It is not a matter of whether you are fighting for Biafra or not. But Soludo is going too far with the campaign of calumny against Biafra. Soludo to have come to start calling Igbo criminals is completely unacceptable. But this evening, we want to remind Soludo that he is bragging of having done something about insecurity in Anambra State. Soludo forgot that it was the autopilot IPOB that ended Mkpurumiri in Anambra. Soludo forgot that there is no program whatsoever that he has carried out to end Mkpurumiri, which Fulani planned to destroy Igbo youth and Biafra youth. Soludo should come and tell us, how did he end the Mkpurumiri outbreak? It was the autopilot. It was the autopilot that piloted the programs that ended the Mkpurumiri in Anambra State. I want to remind Soludo tonight, this is a record. It is a record that we gave orders to Biafrans how to treat the people that were bringing the Mkpurumiri into our land. Soludo did not set up any task force to fight Mkpurumiri. Have you all forgotten? It was because of the Mkpurumiri that made the insecurity in Anambra to be on a rising scale. It was the same autopilot that called the Igwe of Obosi. We called him by the name. We called the Igwe of Obosi out on the issue of some insecurities in that environment. It was after we called out the Igwe of Obosi that Soludo contacted him. And the Igwe of Obosi called all the men constituting nuisance and committing one crime or the other. He called all of them and gave them warning that going forward, whatever you do, his hand is not there again. The Igwe of Obosi called all the youth and warned them in his palace that if anybody commits crime again going forward, he is not part of it. What I'm saying now is the people in those areas know what I'm talking about. Soludo knows that it was because of our exposition, it was because we called out the Igwe of Obosi that made him to contact Igwe of Obosi, and they begin to swing into action. It was the autopilot. But I am talking about petty crimes. It was the autopilot IPOB that made it possible. I want to give background of what we are doing and how we mean well for the people of Biafra. That Soludo will come and be branding Biafras as criminals. I want to tell Soludo this evening, those he claimed to be criminals in the forest, those he claimed, he said that anybody that carries gun in the forest are criminal. Soludo, I want to ask you, did you ever put any security in place to fight and eradicate those that have been butchering our women and children in their farmland? Have you ever asked questions, condemned the attack all over Nigeria and those in Biafra land? Have you ever condemned the attack in Ebonyi State? Have you ever condemned the attack in Enugu State? Have you ever condemned the attack in your own Anambra State, where Fulani visited hostel, female hostel, butchered them? Have you ever condemned those attacks? Have you condemned the attack of Fulani destroying farmland, and when people challenge them, they bring out their machete and kill them in Anambra State? Have you condemned that? Do you know how those crimes ended? Do you know how the Fulani invasion ended in Anambra State? No, you don't know. It was the Eastern Security Network that did it. I want to make this broadcast for the record purpose. And I want to inform Soludo, if he come out to start bragging of how he ended criminality in Anambra State, let him tell us how he ended it. Soludo is the governor of Anambra State. He didn't know where the crimes are, where all this petty crime, where it is coming from. We are on ground more than him. We have intels more than Soludo. So forget all these things he is parading himself as a governor of Anambra State. If we want Anambra State to fall today, we are going to do it. Or it is not our nature to do that. If we want entire Southeast to fall today, we are going to do it. But that is not our agenda. Our agenda is to eradicate criminality in our land. The reason why we formed the Eastern Security Network is to fight crimes. And we have succeeded in making sure that Fulani is no longer taking our women and our children. And we are not going to stop. So if Soludo have contrary view or contrary opinion from what I have said so far, he should come out and give us the record. I said we ended Urumiri. Soludo have no single program how Urumiri disappeared in Anambra State. It was the autopilot, continual announcement and ordering our youth to do something. They did it. Soludo have no program to end Urumiri. Today, you no longer hear of Urumiri, even though they may not have completely been eradicated in our land, but you no longer hear of them. It was autopilot that did it because we feel so threatened by the way the NDLEA allow a free passage of drugs into our land. So if we mean bad for our people, why should we be fighting against drugs? I am telling you now, record for what the autopilot IPOB have done. In Anambra, to be precise. And everything I'm saying here is on record. All this petty crime stopped. Immediately, we called the Igwe of Obosi out. The crime rate have reduced. Everybody listened and watched that program. And personally, I knew what transpired immediately after that broadcast. And Soludo don't know what he did. Soludo don't know how he contacted the Igwe of Obosi. It was because of the exposition we made. And the Igwe of Obosi know how he swing into action, calling every male that has anything to do with it, warning them that the governor have contacted him. And if anybody commit crime going forward, you are on your own. That was how the crime began to reduce. Some of you don't know all these things, but sometimes you know it is very important that we begin to tell these stories. Soludo, you can't fight us and win. You are fighting a whole nation. You can't. The more you fight us, the more powerful we become. And if we get angry, we will make your government ungovernable until Biafra come. Soludo, you can't fight us and win. You are fighting a whole nation. You can't. The more you fight us, the more powerful we become. And Biafrans are warning Soludo. This is going to be the last warning. Believe me. This is going to be the last warning. If Soludo continue to tag Ndi as criminals and tag Biafrans as criminals, profiling us, and you shake Yaya, and he knows that we can shake him. Forget all these things he's doing, all this nonsense statements. We will shake Soludo. We are in armed struggle to get our freedom. I want this video to go to Soludo. Let him send this video to everybody in the world. Let him send it to America. Let him send it to Europe. If he continues to profile us as criminals, we will have no option than to start the liberation of Biafra from him. I am now appealing to everybody in every leadership in Biafra land to warn Soludo to stop profiling Ndi Igbo as criminals. We have done well and mean well for Anambra. We have participated in making Soludo to succeed in security-wise, even while we distance ourselves from him. And I have given instances of what we did. I have given instances of how we succeeded in making Anambra what it is now. Soludo knows that ESN are in the forest and they have guns. So, if ESN is in the forest and have gone, did you see anybody they kidnap? If anybody kidnap anybody, that person is not ESN. Deal with them. You don't come and generalize ESN as people that are kidnapped. Anambra State knows what is kidnapping. Anambra State started this kidnapping started in Anambra State. It was Andrew Bah that introduced kidnapping in Anambra State. It was your political opponent that introduced kidnapping business in Anambra State. And you back kidnapped President, a sitting governor. You yourself, Soludo, reminded Andrew Bah during the campaign that he was the one who brought criminality into Anambra State. During P2OB, as a governor of Anambra State, so many people, buildings were demolished for kidnapping. In Ozobro, that was a very popular kidnapper then. His houses and everything mansion was demolished by P2OB. A lot of them. This is history. Kidnapping has been in Anambra State for a very long time. It didn't start today. So why do you now call Biafrans and Ndi Igbo criminals? Why do you now call ESN criminals? ESN don't engage in criminality. And is it Orifite? Thank you. Orifite, thank you very much. In Orifite. Yes, a very popular kidnapper was, his house was demolished, either by P2OB or somebody. He used his house to do where he put the victims and all that. Evans, the kidnapper, started in Anambra State. So what is this man talking about? Calling ESN. Soludo is asking how ESN, how do they feed? ESN feed from the contribution of millions of Biafrans across the globe.